How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and that's right, it's time to get hit by a slime. Darn slime. No, it's time to start up hard mode, or basically the end of the game. Yeah, that's right, we're going to kill the cultist, and we're not even playing Ascension. Yeah, so I need to fight these guys, and then the Lunatic Cultist will appear. Hey, get out of here, pal. Yeah, and I'll have to fight the Lunatic Cultist, who is very strong, but, actually not that bad in the big picture of things. So let me go ahead and summon my Tempest Staff things, my things flying around. We're gonna try the chain gun out, actually, with Chlorophyte bullets. Hopefully that'll do the trick. But, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Hopefully it'll get the job done. And then we'll be at the point of no return. Yeah, there he is. The Lunatic Cultist. So, I don't entirely remember how to fight this guy, but I know that he kind of like shoots stuff at you and can be kind of nasty. Ideally, you want to dodge his attacks, but I guess that could be said about any boss. If he hits you with something, you know what, let me get that map out of the way. If he hits you, oh, right there. So you're supposed to hit the proper one, otherwise more of his little shadows will appear, and they will, they'll get kind of nasty. Oh, this chain gun is nice. Alright, well, let's just try to use these Chlorophyte bullets to their maximum potential. Again, trying to move in a circular motion around him is a good idea. Just because it seems like most of his attacks kind of go in circular directions anyway. I can't see him for most of this, but pretty much if you're using any kind of ranged weapon, if you're going around in a circle, you should be able to just kind of move your mouse and adjust the direction accordingly. Alright, almost. Oh, I hit the wrong one. But it doesn't matter, we killed him anyway. But now, celestial creatures are invading. We have hit the point of no return! Well, sort of. I mean, it's a little different than hard mode because if you die in this, well, you die in real life. No, you don't. Don't worry, don't worry. But yeah, it's... how to explain it? No, it's raining. So, let me just explain it with this map. Alright, you see the map? See these things here? There are now 4 pillars. And when you approach these pillars, the background and stuff will change, and it gets really gnarly. And there are really tough enemies around. Now, you have to fight against, I think it's 100 of the enemies in, whatchamacallit, in normal mode. And I think it's 150 in hard mode, or expert mode. And then you will, well, you know what? Maybe I should just show you. I generally recommend going to the, Stardust Pillar first, because it can give you something that's very handy for crafting. So let me go ahead and drop off my items. Thankfully they don't drop too much. Also, I did get this Ancient Manipulator, which you do need in order to craft some of these new items. Alright, hopefully this will get the job done. I'm actually going to switch back to my Shroomite and, this stuff here. Because I definitely think the tsunami will be a good idea against this. Okay, so we're gonna fight the first of the celestial pillars. This is called the celestial event, by the way. And the background changes, the music gets all wild, and there are some really crazy enemies that shoot stuff at you and they do a ton of damage. Yeah, you really have to watch out because they are tough, man. They are really tough. Let me see if I can get closer to the pillar. We can't do anything to it right now. Alright. Yeah, there's the pillar. So, until we have killed enough of the enemies around here, we can't do anything with it. But after we've killed, I think it's 100 in, normal mode, then we'll be able to fight against the pillar. It'll, like, break and kind of have a cool animation and stuff. And it has, I don't know, like 20,000 hit points. It doesn't actually damage you or anything. But it is pretty crazy. So, great time to practice your dodging. They shoot a whole bunch of things at you. I wish I could explain everything going on right now, but let me just tell you, there's so much going on. You kind of just have to feel it, I guess. You more than likely will die several times during this event. That's okay. It really is. The event itself, you know, you can just come back and pick up where you left off. If you die, it doesn't really reset your counter. I don't even think they drop money, so pretty much just, you know, do what you can. But they do drop some really good items, which is obviously good. And that's why I recommend starting with the Stardust one, actually. Ow, that did 83 damage. Yikes. Yeah, starting with the Stardust one gives you a really good summoning item. In fact, pretty much the best summoning item in the game. It is just insanely good, and you can use that regardless of which class you are using, which is nice. Now, did I hear... No, okay, I heard a sound, but it wasn't the sound of the barrier breaking. Alright. Yeah, there's so much stuff to dodge around here. Like those weird shark things that go flying. Actually, I think those are my sharks. I was trying to dodge them this whole time. But that's right, the color of everything kind of changes based on which celestial pillar you're near. And this is, of course, the Stardust Pillar. Ow. Now, I'm pretty sure, unless you do a lot of modifications to the terrain, they will always spawn in the same areas. So you can set up, like, heart lanterns and stuff. Man, I got wrecked by that guy. Heart lanterns and stuff to help with your regeneration once you feel a little bit more comfortable with it. Also, I can't stress this enough. I know we're not there. I'll explain it again when I get there, but if you're at the solar one, do not fly, do not jump. You want to do whatever you can, to avoid that, because you're gonna have a really bad time. There's this enemy that gets super aggressive on you if you fly around. So you actually want to stay grounded for that. I know it's kind of a reversal of everything you know, but it's important. Otherwise I wouldn't be saying it, right? Although I say a lot of things that aren't very important. Okay, so the barrier has been broken. Now it's just a matter of whittling away 20,000 health. It doesn't really do anything, but yeah, we've done it. It's been defeated. Your mind goes numb. Okay, well, it feels kind of numb after all that. That was intense. But also, it did drop these Stardust Fragments that were kind of surrounding it. What is shooting at me? Oh, it's just some Hallow stuff. But yeah, so that's a good thing. Definitely a good thing. We got one of the pillars down. So that only leaves 3 more. But before we do that, oh, light shard, that's interesting. Way too late. But yeah, let's go back to home and see what we can make with the Stardust Fragments. All right, Brett, what have you got for me? So with one of each of the fragments, of course, there's fragments for each of the different things. There's Vortex, Stardust, Solar, and Nebula. And they actually kind of correspond to different classes in the game, which is nice to know. So, yeah, in this case, I could make the Lunar Hook. Not really necessary. Could also take one of each and combine them with greater healing potions to make super healing potions, which heal 200. Again, not overly necessary, to be honest. So, there is the final endgame tier of armor. But you need Luminite bars. You cannot get these before defeating the final boss. So, yeah, don't get too excited. However, we're almost there. Now, can't make most of the stuff here, but you could make either the Stardust Cell Staff or, my personal recommendation, the Stardust Dragon Staff. Very good. I guess you could make Stardust die if you really wanted, but seriously, the Stardust Dragon Staff is amazing. Definitely go ahead and make that. That requires just a little bit of the whatchamacallit, the Stardust Fragment, and the manipulator thing, the ancient manipulator, which you got from defeating the Lunatic Cultist. So, Stardust Dragon Staff. Yeah. I'm definitely going to want to modify this thing, because I can get some better modifiers on it. You don't really need anything that affects knockback, so I guess keep that in mind. Let's see if I can reforge this right away. It's pretty expensive, but zealous, not terrible. Strong, useless. Masterful. That actually sounds great. You know what? We'll just go with that. It's fine. Okay, so what does this thing do? This thing is a beast. It is an absolute beast. It summons this kind of spectral flying dragon thing. And right now it only has one segment, but for each minion you can have, it increases the length of this thing and the damage it does. It's very different from your standard minions because unlike most minions where, you know, you have multiple amount, this one is just a single one. It gets bigger as you continue. So yeah, it's very cool. Awesome for a passive kind of summon thing. I really like it. All right, let's see what kind of strange plants I get. Man, I wanted something new. For being called Crimson Red, I don't have very much red on me. Well, I guess now I do. But it's not very crimson now, is it? Huh. Alright, well, I guess we've taken down one of the things. We should probably focus on taking out another one. So, I do want to mention something. Think very carefully which order you go with. I'm pretty sure Nebula is magic, Vortex is ranged, and then Solar is melee. So, you're not going to have very much time before fighting the final boss of the game, after you've taken down the final pillar. So, whichever one you're really not planning on using, I would recommend have that be the last one you take on. I also recommend try to get Solar out of the way and Stardust. So, I mean, Solar, just because it is a big pain, I hate it. It's very, very hurtful. Like, the enemies there just seem to be exceptionally rough. But there's a great weapon you can make if you're into melee. In fact, I might even switch my, switch my stuff. Oh, man, am I already over here? Oh, no, that's Vortex. Which wouldn't be too bad either. I'd like to avoid it for right now, though. So I'm gonna fly past? I'm gonna see if I can hop over to that floating island and get over to Solar. This might get ugly, but we're gonna try it. Well, we're under attack. Guess it doesn't hurt to get a few kills right now. Ow! Jerks. Okay, here we are at the Solar Pillar. And that's the thing, okay? That thing will not do much damage to you unless you are flying, in which case it will attack you and be overall very nasty. However, a lot of stuff kind of flies at you, like these things. I hate them. Yeah, they just come crashing in and do a ton of damage. Oh man, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm so dead. Oh no, oh no. Again, they will go passive. Whoa. They will go passive if you are on the ground. So keep that in mind. Ow. Oh my goodness. I'm so dead. My Master Ninja Gear saved my life. And I'm dead. Thankfully, like I said, you don't really lose much when you die because they don't really drop a lot of money. So it's mostly just time. Which isn't a problem. All right, you know what? I'm going to use these buffs again. And that. Where did my nurse go? Let's go ahead and heal up. We gotta go back there. You know, maybe I should just try to take on the other one first, because I have to kind of run through that. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna go fight the, Vortex, which conveniently is over by my trap. That's actually very handy. I had no idea where on Earth it spawned. So, we're gonna activate this. Roast him alive. I tell you, the fact that it changes the background makes it very difficult to keep track of where the enemies are. But it does look really cool. Now, also, I should mention, it is currently impossible for the, for all this stuff. Ow, that did a lot. It's currently impossible for any of these celestial, pillars and areas to disappear right now until we've either fought the final boss and won or fought the final boss and lost. If that happens when we fight the final boss, the pillars will go away. We have to fight against the Lunatic Cultist again. So, you know, not ideal, but it's okay. But do keep that in mind before fighting the cultist, because there's really nothing you can do after you've triggered the celestial events. You're kind of stuck with them as they are. But again, like I said, you know, you can just die to the final boss. It's really not a problem. You have to do all this stuff again, sure. But you do get some really cool... Ow, that was a pain. You do get some really cool items from all the different fragments that you get. Oh, you jerk. Oh, we're already set. Whoops. Okay, well, 2 pillars down, 2 to go, and that is gonna be crazy. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me go ahead and grab all these fragments here, the Vortex Fragments. So I got 23, no, I got, yeah, 23. That doesn't feel like it's very much, but I think it's enough to get the job done. Okay, but is it enough to beat the tsunami? That is the question. Let's see what kind of stuff I can make with this. Well, I can make the Phantasm, and that's a pretty good bow. But what else can I make, Brett? Let's take a look. Vortex, that's what we want. Yeah, you can make the Vortex Armor, but again, we need the Luminite bars, so we can't do that just yet. Vortex Beater, though. This is a really nice gun. And then the Phantasm, which is a really nice bow. So, I think the Tsunami might be better. I actually don't remember if the Phantasm or the Tsunami is better. I think they actually have little different applications. But, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Vortex Feeder. They're both good to have. So, you know, I'm probably not going to beat the final boss on the first try. But, again, that's okay. Alright, Vortex Feeder. Agile. Alright, let's see what this thing's all about. Whoa! Yeah, the nice thing about this is it has a lot higher damage than the, like, chain gun or something. So, that's pretty handy. I probably don't need either the shotgun or the chain gun anymore. Because the Vortex Feeder kind of beats it, right? Alright, well, that's good. Yeah, let me stack some of this stuff. No, maybe not. I guess not. Well, okay, that's fine. All right, time to go to the solar place. All right, I'm back in the solar place. Oh my goodness! Ow! Oh goodness! Oh my goodness! Wow. All right, well that escalated very quickly. Don't hurt me, bro. Oh man. I'm gonna buff. I don't even care. Oh, man. Alright, so let's just get to some flat ground or something. I unfortunately don't have a very good arena for this, which is definitely a shame. How about this thing? How do you work? This is good. I like this. Very loud, but pretty good. Oh, dang. Alright, well, I mean, so far this is working quite well. I'll give it that. Yeah, come get some! All right, the pillar. Now I have to think very carefully. You know what? I'm gonna actually retreat. And the reason is... Actually, wait. There's no reason I need to retreat. What am I talking about? I still have one more to do. I was kind of worried. I thought this was the last one. All right, and... yeah, there we go. Okay. Otherworldly voices linger around you. Dang. That got real. Yeah, so that's good. That's definitely one of the tougher ones, but wow, with this Vortex Feeder, that's great. So let me grab up all this solar fragment stuff. Wow, there's a ton of solar fragment. Maybe I missed some of the, other. It feels like I just got so much of that. A mummy mask and a mummy shirt. That's kind of wild from one mummy. Okay, so, yeah, we only have one more pillar to go. And then, well, things get crazy. Okay, let me, deposit some of this stuff. Did I not have the mummy mask? Maybe oh, I didn't. Well, that's wonderful. Now I have a full mummy suit. Great. So... yeah, with this, you can make two wonderful weapons. The Solar Eruption and the Daybreak. Even though the Solar Eruption may look like it does less damage, this thing is utterly amazing. They're both really good, don't get me wrong. They're both really good. But I really recommend making the Solar Eruption. I can make them both, it's really no problem. Okay, this thing is probably the best melee weapon in the game. It's just so powerful. Daybreak, like I said, also worth making. Let's go ahead and test them out. What makes the Solar Eruption so good? Well, first of all, let me go ahead and switch to my Beetle Armor, which is an actual melee set. So now we can see this thing has 144 melee damage. And let me just show you this thing's power. Let me just show you. You can't handle this power, okay? Bam! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! It is insane. It's auto swing, it goes through blocks, it has a huge radius, it does, like, tons of damage, and it inflicts this, like, super burn, I think it's sunburn or some kind of crazy status on the foe that does, like, 25 damage per tick. It is, like, unbelievable. Now, the Daybreak is also really good. It's a very fast-firing, like, spear thing. And it does, like, kind of shatter, and I think the shards might do damage. I actually don't remember if they do or not. No, I guess not. But still, it looks really cool, and you swing it so fast, it has massive damage. Yeah, they're just unbelievably good items. Like, so good. I really want to reforge this. Superior, I can do better than that. Demonic, I can do better than that. I must! Godly, you know what? I'll take it. That is fine. I'm not gonna bother with the Daybreak, to be honest, but yeah. So good. Like, seriously. And there's honestly no reason to have the Terrablade anymore. I know, the Terrablade is really good, but seriously, like, the Daybreak, or the Solar Eruption is just insane. This and the Stardust Dragon make just fighting anything a breeze. Alright, so that leaves us with just one more of the pillars, and then we have to fight against the final boss in the game. So, I think what I'm gonna do for the final boss, I think I am going to fight it twice, actually. Remember, this series is kind of meant to show you how to play Terraria, how to, you know, get through the game. So, I feel like if I were to go with a more no cheese, let's just, you know, wreck this thing, and really kind of take a chance with it. If I were to go with that kind of dangerous strategy, I don't think I'd be showing you how to actually, you know, beat it. I won't say the most efficiently, but there is a trick you can do, and I'll tell you right now. All you need to do is just put a house with the nurse kind of near the battlefield, and it makes the fight so much easier. It really does, because you can just go over to her, heal, and then go. And she usually heals herself fast enough that you don't have to worry about dying. I want to do a fight without that. And of course, I want to do a fight with that to show you kind of what you need to do. Either way, I'm going to make sure I have no post-boss or post-final boss equipment. So, you know, it'll be pretty much the same regardless. But I just thought I'd tell you that in advance. Anyway, we have one pillar to go. I think I'm going to go ahead and move her over to maybe to this place here. I don't actually know. We'll have to see. I'm probably going to fight the final boss here. And, yeah, we'll have a good time. Anyway, I'm going to save the final pillar for the next episode so we can go straight into the final boss. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next episode of Marriland's Terraria Adventure. See you next time, final boss! Yeah!